Be very nice, Gary, wouldn't it? You know, I could melt it down and make some to go around the wife's neck.
Who slept with it last night?
Young David slept with it last night.
Yeah,
it was his turn this year. Yeah.
Ron, how aware were you that it was only 2 minutes from the end when Brian Little finally won this League Cup final?
Oh, we knew that within the dying minutes, you know. We didn't know absolutely for certain it was only 2 minutes. In fact, I reckon the second it went in, I thought we were already in injury time. Yeah.
Very, very close, wasn't it, towards the end?
Yeah, it was very close. But if you're going to score one, that's going to be the winner. That's the time to score them, isn't it?
Well, Brian Little doesn't seem to get the publicity that someone like Andy Gray gets, but he does score a lot of important goals, doesn't he? Doesn't he take them well?
Yeah, Brian, you know, he's a quiet type. He just gets out and gets on with his job. He's improving very rapidly. And as you say, he doesn't get any of the headlines that he thoroughly deserves.
Well, I remember them going into the net, Gary, but I can't really remember the build-ups again. I seem to forget about that quite easily somehow.
Well, people won't forget about the fact you scored the winner. Did you ever think that this final was going to be won?
Well, well, of course it would have been won eventually last night, but after we scored our second goal and they came straight back again, I began to wonder what was going to happen.
It was a bit close towards the end when yours went in.
Yeah, it looked almost certain to be penalties, and I was going to have to take one, so I wasn't really looking forward to that, so I'm glad I nipped in.
Your manager says you're a very quiet lad, Brian. And did you get involved in the celebrations much last night?
No, I sat at the front of the bus and had a couple of beers. I let the lads have the champagne at the back. It was a bit messy and noisy back there for me. Yeah.
What about Ron Saunders' record in this competition, Brian? He's a very modest bloke when you try and get him to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, his record speaks for himself. He just has this ability to motivate players and bring them up for the big occasion, and he does that with us every time.
Seems to be his competition, this League Cup.
Yeah, I hope he will win it again next year. That would be nice.
If we haven't, then we've got to have a chance.
Thanks a lot, Ron. That's super.
Well,
Is it taking off at Villa these days, Brian? It seems to be very exciting.
Yeah, well, we're basically a young side.